Okay.
When we last did this debate, you lot were telling us that Gabriel Jesus is a better number 9 than Heung-min Son. What are you lot saying now?
I still think he's a better 9 in terms of what you want from a 9, right? But in
Goals.
terms of goals is one thing. Goals is one thing, but sometimes it's not always about that. Liverpool had Firmino as their 9, right? And he still worked out as one of the all-time greats with them, right? It depends on what you want. And so I think Jesus is a mix of Firmino and a bit of more of a goal scorer at times, but he's been injured, so he can't match Son's level of consistency.
But he's always injured.
He is injured, and that's,
But when he's played, how good has he been this
but I
season?
think he's a player who's very confidence reliant. So if he is injured for a while and he comes back, he can't go straight back into it. Son's a bit more of a lethal finisher. So if you want your goals, you go for Heung-min Son for sure. I think if any player, Arsenal fans are going to put forwards now, and it's difficult because they're going to go shameless. How can you put him forwards because you don't rate him? It's going to be Kai Havertz. And to be quite honest, if you watch his performances as a striker alone in the second half of the season, they've been very consistent.
Amazing,
I think he's got something like 11 goal contributions in 2024.
He has 10 goal contributions in our last 10 games.
Yeah, something like that. So he's been very consistent as a striker, and it depends because Son's definitely the better goal scorer. He's definitely a better finisher as well.
He's a better player.
But no, yeah, of course he is. He's got more experience, and he could put him in a category of world class. But as a striker, you want someone to link up play better as well. And I think Havertz is actually better than Son in terms of linking up play.
Okay, you can. Maybe he's obviously a bit stronger. He's better with his back to goal with Son. I can concede that, but the levels that Son is better at the other facets is just astronomical. Like Son, left foot, right foot as well.
Yeah.
Havertz is very left-footed.
I don't think there's a
Like,
debate for Havertz
Son-
over Son. Like,
No, I
come on.
don't want to debate him. I want to put him forwards. I want to put forwards because I feel like if he had an entire season there and his numbers are a bit higher, because just don't forget, he's now got 12 goals this season. And he didn't play as a striker most of it. I don't know how many goals.
Let me
Son
ask you
has,
guys
but
this.
he's not probably
Son,
far off.
well, you're talking about all competitions, I assume.
In the league.
He has 12 league
I think
goals.
he's 11 league now, actually, yeah, 11.
Kai Havertz has 11 league
Yeah,
goals.
he has
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He scored
Son
2
has-
last
few
night.
assists as well.
Son has 15 goals
4,
and
yeah.
9 assists.
Yeah, no, so Son's numbers will be very good, right? And he's your
24 goal
Captain.
captain.
He's your
well.
talisman.
I don't think with Son's numbers are always going to be good for Spurs because he's your main outlet, so you're going to find him the most. With
Yeah.
Arsenal, because you've got Saka with goals and assists, and Odegaard gets goals and assists as well, and Trossard gets them as well, it's a bit more shared out. But seeing the way Havertz has elevated our attackers and how they perform better with him up front and taking Jesus' place, the fact that we're going to Spurs this Sunday and no one's going to start Jesus. it tells
But the
you how
narrative
it's going.
around the Arsenal fan base is that we need a number 9, a top number 9
Actually,
this
I
summer.
think it's
But you
changing.
want to know something? If you guys had Jesus at your club, Son would play left and Jesus would start up
And it
top.
would be a pretty good front three, I think.
It
I
would-
think that would have worked. But,
yeah.
it depends. But actually,
I don't think so. I
You
think Son
guys-
is so much better at number 9 now.
No. But what you got to realize is, with I'm not making fun of Son right now. I'm just simply saying his skill set he could do out wide. He doesn't necessarily need to occupy that middle
He's
area.
changed as he's getting.
I don't-
older.
I
don't-
disagree. I think he's better down the middle now.
He is
I think-
better down
I think
the
he's
middle
more-
now.
He's a player that I'd love to have in the Champions League.
No, but I'm just simply
When I-
saying
I-
I don't view him as somebody who can hold up the ball, somebody who actually links up the play as much.
He's getting better in those
He has, he
that's
has
why.
improved it.
He's
And that's
not, he's
it.
not a profile of 9 I would target.
Yeah.
But if I want goals, I'm going for him and Son, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take him out of the team for that. But
He's got elite facets, right, Heung-min Son, and I don't think
he's got a
there's.
superpower, and it's just
I think.
finishing.
I think.
Yeah,
Heung-min
his
Son
finishing is
elite,
best of the
is
world.
an
He
elite
takes him
player.
up levels. The rest of
Yeah.
his play isn't as good as maybe other players are, but that finishing is just so good that, and you could say it's the most important, isn't it?
But I don't think Arsenal have a player that's on the level of Heung-min Son in your squad.
Sorry,
You don't
in
have
the
a
entire
player that-
squad.
Yeah,
I mean,
on the level of
Odegaard and
Heung-min
Saka, I
Son.
think are probably a level above.
Who?
Level above.
Nah, come
Son,
on.
nah,
Come
come
on.
on.
Yeah, because his Son's got more experience, so they're going to go. We've seen it more often, but has Son ever fought for a title?
Yeah.
Has he ever got you in a title race?
Yeah.
Because for as great as Son's
Wait,
been,
has-
I'd actually argue.
Has Arsenal of these players?
We
like
literally fight
Arsenal-
for a title as
Okay,
we-
have
as
you
we
ever had
speak.
any? Have you ever had more than 86 points in a season? Son has.
we can probably get in this season.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
Well,
haven't.
you have to win
Yeah,
every
we
game.
have.
Wait, we
You have
had
to win every
how
game.
much did we have last season?
Less than 86.
It was like 84 last year, so
Right.
not far off. And
Not far off what? Son.
And the funny thing is, Son's career at Spurs is kind of capped as it is. We don't expect you guys to fight for a Champions League in
Sure.
the next 3-4 years, do we? We don't expect you
knows?
guys to fight for a title. So this
knows?
is an
Yeah, but you
all-time
can't-
great
you
finisher we're
can't-
talking.
Well,
Son
you
is-
could
You
have
can't
said
put the
about
expectations
Arsenal
of a
when-
team on one single
No,
player.
of course you
No,
can't.
but that's
We're
what-
talking about one
I'm
single
talking about
player
is the
here.
player's legacy at this point here. I think he deserves more. Do you not think so? Do you not think a player of
Whether
his
he,
caliber?
whether he deserves, but that's it right there. Player's caliber.
Yeah.
You don't have a player of his caliber.
I don't think we've got a player that's proven. But I think quality-wise,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Odegaard's just up there. Odegaard's
Maybe
up there.
Odegaard later on in his career, when he's Heung-min Son's age,
depends
we
on
can
how
have
you
that
see it.
discussion.
I'm
Right now, you don't have a player of
I'm
Son's
just slightly
caliber.
confused. I'm just slightly confused because you're saying we don't have a player of his caliber, but where do you rate him within his position? Do you think he's one of the best in his position?
Yeah, 100%.
So Saka and Odegaard.
So are Saka.
So is Saliba.
So is
Declan Rice.
yeah. So it's like we have multiple players that are best in their position. You only have one.
I'm not.
That's not
We're
the
not.
point.
We're not. This is not the conversation. The conversation
I think
is
it's a bit
Heung-min Son is an elite player.
because we've got 3 or 4.
We have multiple
They're gonna
players
go-
in
But they're
that
not
category.
elite players just yet.
So Rice is not elite.
Not yet.
He's in the team.
He's in the team,
He's in the
because he's
team,
better than what we got.
It's elite but not elite.
So
Not
you're
yet.
saying from this combined 11, you're saying Son is the best player in this combined 11.
Yeah.
He's
I
the most
disagree.
He's the only thing I say he's the most proven. That's what it is.
He's the most
he's done it-
experienced.
He's done the most because he's done it for the longest period of time. That's for sure. And that's why it's easy for you to say, Son's the most thing. But I don't expect Saliba to decline next year, nor Saka or Odegaard or Rice as well. So it depends on how you see football. I guess you're trying to level Son up and that. But going back to what you said earlier about Arsenal needing a striker, I don't think every Arsenal fan thinks that right now. I think
Really?
some would like a striker, but there's no clear obvious option. Some people might go, actually, let's keep Kai as a striker for now and actually go and sign an out-and-out left winger who's a different machine. We've had names like Rafael Leão and people like that. There's no
So
striker.
you don't trust Trossard that much. then?
No, Trossard's a player that he's at 12th man. The fact he's in his team right now is because of form. That's why.
Yeah.
He's not a player I expect it to be next season. I'll be surprised if he is next season. So
You think he'll sell him in the summer?
no, I think in his team right now.
Ah, right.
I think his role might change. You see how Martinelli returns, how we rotate the left hand side. But the striker itself, look, Kai's been very good. I'm not going to sit and deny that. And I
Kai
will say
Havertz-
though, Arsenal fans are still on his back.
Kai Havertz is good,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but
I
Kai-
still
There's a sense of if you went to the game yesterday like I did, you could tell that in the first half, fans are like, oh my god, he's awful. But it's because they're judging him a little bit harshly compared to the first half of the season. When he scores 2 goals and it's
He's
amazing.
been good,
I-
but let's be honest. If he put the same performance in next season, are you going to be like, yeah,
No,
he's
no,
still good?
If he puts us up front, yes.
I slightly
He's been very
disagree
good up
though.
front.
Come on,
I still
you need
think
better.
we need that one more X factor, that one more player that can bring that extra bit of
We need
of-
goals.
yeah.
right? And goals don't have to come as a striker. The most goal scorers right now come actually out wide, Salah and Palmer as an example. So if I'm looking for a more devastating goal scorer, yes, but it doesn't have to be as a 9.
But you also got Haaland, Watkins. They're still number 9s.
Yeah, no, of course you do. But, City at times, I think, were better in the past. In the Champions
When
League.
they won the treble.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, treble was amazing because Champions League. But when you look at the Centurion side, they didn't have a set striker, but they had Salah and Sterling. So it depends on how you see football.
All right, look, let's bring an end to the combined 11. We somehow got 4 players in there.
Come on.
Vicario in goal, White right back, Udogie left back, Gabriel and Saliba centre backs, Rice, Odegaard and Maddison in midfield with Saka, Trossard and Son up front. I mean, it's a pretty good team, isn't it?
Quite fair.
Pretty good team.
Yeah.
So there's a few players I'm looking at next season that might not make that.
Yeah, Gabriel.
Yeah?
Real won't make it. I think White
You sure
won't make
about-
it. White won't make it, and Trossard won't make it.
Okay.
There's 3
okay.
already.
I'm going to let them
There's 3.
speak because I'm going to use this again next
So are
season.
you guys
good,
going to be
please do.
challenging? Are you guys going to be challenging for the league next
We'll
season?
get into that.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you going to make the Champions League this season?
We'll get into that.
This season.
Yeah, this season. Champions League, because we're going to be the next year. Just saying. You man are
Oh,
gonna be
don't
there.
worry
Hey,
about
your
Champions League.
first time in the Champions League in 7
Go for
years.
the Champions League together.
Ooh, well, but probably the last time that you were in it.
Arsene
Before this.
Wenger times.
2016.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They weren't. No, we. Oh yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see you the next season if you win.